I did not expect to be back this early with more, let's say, impactful news for Madden 23. We had the top 10 running backs come out in MUT today. You know, kind of cool, kind of who we expected. I think Patterson was the only one that I really didn't have on my radar's top 10, but that's not the important part. There's something that is missing out of the card art, which could be something, or could be nothing, but I think it's something, and I think it's going to really change how you're going to make coins in Madden 23. Let's take a look. Okay, so here's a peek at your top 10 running backs in Madden 23 Ultimate Team. Not too many real big surprises. Derrick Henry and Jonathan Taylor up at top. Nick Chubb in there. Dalvin Cook. Christian McCaffrey looking to make a comeback this year. Kamara looks like he may have fallen off, suspended early in the year. We'll see how it turns out. Eckler had a really nice season last year. So did Joe Mixon. Najee Harris, just on pure volume, was fantastic. Patterson making his way out to round out the top 10. But let's take a little bit of a closer look here at some of these guys. Number one, Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry, again, looks like a nice card, right? 84 speed, 83 excel, 88 trucking, 87 break tackle. Could be some stellar stats. We'll see how these things play once the game actually comes out. But there's something missing on the card that I want you guys to pay attention to right around here. And here. And right there. And right there. The power up symbol is not there on the card. So I think that this means that power-ups are gone. I'm hoping they're gone. I'm hoping that each card that comes out is individual and not goes into a series of players along with training to make them stronger. If a new card comes out, I just want to play with the new card, and I'm cool with that. That's going to do two pretty massive things. I know early on, and I used to warn people about this, it was such a bad idea, investing in power-ups. I know some of you made coins off of power-ups. The problem was they changed how they worked them last year. A new card would come out in a program. The top tier cards, the one that you typically stocked up on a bunch of the power-ups, came with them for free, making them useless. You didn't need them, so loading up on them, stocking up on them, Tyreek Hill specifically, became absolutely worthless when the new card came out. The ones that you did make coins off of were ones that you weren't expecting. They were some, you know, second tier cornerback that ended up being really, really good once you powered him up. Those days might be long gone. Secondly, the actual core elite player or program player that went into that power up series, if they get a new card, their other card is now essentially worthless. Gone may be the days of loading up on 88 Derrick Henry, and then when he got a 94 team of the week at some point, that 88 would blow up because you would need it in the power up path. Now I don't think you need him at all. He might be gone. Training, I think, still is a thing because it's going to go into strategy items and to power up cards, individual cards, to unlock their abilities and X factors, but it might just be very different this year. If we no longer need training to throw in this long, expensive path to upgrade guys, I think it's a good thing. It also, I think, expands the number of cards that individual players can get. I have no problem with the card starting off at an 87 overall, then getting a 90, and then a little bit later getting a 93, and then a 96, and then a 99 late in the year. What this essentially does, if they remove the power-ups, I think it opens the door to players having more cards, meaning that you may be able to play with your favorite players much longer in the game instead of them becoming obsolete because it's been 2.5 months and they haven't got an upgrade. What I'm really hoping for this year is that this is going to open up the door to a lot more content, a lot more players, a lot more frequently, right? We went over our rookie premieres the other day. I don't want them to be stuck at that 86 overall forever. I want them to be able to go from 86 to 90 to 93 to 96 throughout the year. Give me a rookie premiere program part 2 in November and give them all a boost up to 90, right? Give me these guys more and more often. Give me more players every single day. The hardest part about Madden sometimes is when a program comes out and it goes on for 3 weeks and we get new cards once a week. Instead, if they do away with something like this and we end up getting more and more cards more often, we can get cards on Monday and Wednesday and Friday and then Monday and then Wednesday and Friday again. Will it make the new cards more expensive? Sure. But you won't need all of them to make the card playable. Some guys are going to think that this is going to be a money grab from EA. Of course, they are the evil empire, that they're just releasing these cards over again, so you have to keep buying them and this and that. But to be honest, you only have to then own the one card, not the power-up, which went up in price because people were hoarding them. or the core elite card because people were hoarding them and then selling them for a huge profit. You only need the newest card, and the way they work NCATs last year, getting free players from completing objectives, you might get that one card you need and then that is it. You don't need anything else. I think is a huge win for the player base if you no longer have to throw in 14 different items to get one card up to a 95, including a bunch of training where early in the year is going to cost you 150 per. It's 150 coins per one single training. That is a lot of coins, especially early on. I know some of you that like to go out and invest in a bunch of stuff are panicking right now because maybe your investment stuff won't work. It doesn't matter. Trust me, there will be tons and tons of ways to make coins in Madden 23. I promise you. Follow along with the channel. We'll show you a bunch of those ways. I'll have a spreadsheet coming out soon that'll outline it all. We take a macro approach at the market. This way you're not looking for one individual card hoping that that value goes up. We'll take a look at the market as a whole so you know, hey, on Tuesdays everything's up a little bit higher. On Saturdays we want to buy a bunch of these. Making millions of coins in Madden is very, very simple. You just have to know when to do it so it doesn't take you a ton of time.